There is a new AI agent out there. There's a pretty decent chance you've heard of it. It is called, what is it called? OpenClaw, Clawdbot, Molt, it was called for a while. It has gone through three name changes in less than a week. It has been a very fun but volatile ride for anyone who has been following it. And I'm going to show you today how you, as a sales GTM, or just as a builder, as a professional, how you can use it to make your life easier. I have to warn you, it's very addictive. And if you're using Claude models like I am, it gets a little expensive, but it makes for a very fun video and for a lot of fun WhatsApp chatting. In my case, let me show you what I'm talking about. Here's the latest website and the latest name as well, OpenClaw. And I need to take you back a little bit in very, very recent history. Earlier this week, they were called Clawdbot, as in Claude, as you can see here, but then bot. And then the builder, the owner, got a cease and desist from Claude, from Anthropic, the actual company, saying, hey, that sounds too much like our company. You got to change that. Change the name to Molt. Then his Twitter handle got hijacked and crypto scammers, they ran with it. Then turns out he decided to rebrand again. Now it's called OpenClaw. Fascinating history, but what does it actually do? It says here the AI that actually does things. Think of it as an AI agent that can spin up different sub agents, right? So it lives on a server or on a mini Mac, what a lot of people are doing, and it can clear your inbox, send emails, manage your calendar. Great. But it can also just build like quick scripts, do research, a lot of things. So let me have a look here. As you can see here, today's news, and that's obviously my algorithm, but it's a little dominated by OpenClaw. So they settle on a final name after rapid rebrands and explosive growth, very explosive growth. And the Moltbot AI was still called Moltbot, sparks a Mac Mini buying rush. There are people just buying up all these Mac Minis. They host it on there so that it's always on for them, and they just have their AI assistant live on there and chat with it. And then someone even launched a AI only social network for these autonomous agents. They are on there chatting with each other, and they actually think of it like Reddit. So they actually started a private subreddit where they communicate in their own AI language that us humans shouldn't be able to understand. So very wild, fascinating stuff. How can you actually use that as, let's say, a GTM professional? First things first, how do you set it up? So I set it up on Hostinger on a VPS. You can get a really cheap VPS here, virtual private server. You just drop it on the server. The same way as you can see here, you can set up N8N on the server. So Hostinger, for example, has a specific N8N plan where you can say, okay, give me a server. I want to host N8N myself, and then that way I don't pay for your cloud plans, and I just I have it there and it's always on. The same on that same server, you can install this AI agent. So you have a server, N8N is on there. On that same server, you have your AI agent. Then the fun part is the AI agent can actually use N8N, right? And then I can talk to that AI agent using WhatsApp, Discord, Telegram, Slack, whatever it is you prefer. I really enjoy chatting on WhatsApp, but you can have it live with you in Slack and just drop something in Slack saying, hey, whatever you name your agent, hey, OpenClaw, build me this or that N8N workflow. I'm going to show you in this video how I'm going to build the workflow using a WhatsApp voice message. I'm going to tell it to build a specific workflow. It's going to be a lot of fun. As you can see, I have a new fresh N8N instance set up right here with just I've been working on like a content curator workflow to help me be more productive, and it built all of that for me just from WhatsApp. I'm going to open WhatsApp, I'm going to send a voice message. Again, you can do it on Slack as well. I enjoy WhatsApp, and we're going to see it actually build the workflow right here. So here we are, WhatsApp's open. This is my chat with, my agent. I'm going to say, okay, so you have access to N8N on, in the server that you're on, and I want you to build a N8N workflow for me where every morning you check my Instantly.ai analytics, and you grab those analytics, you store them in N8N in the built-in storage, and then use Claude to run an analysis on it, and then give me a summary of that data, open rate, reply rates, concerns, recommendations, and send them to me in Slack. There we go. That's everything I have to do. Just whenever I think of a workflow that I would like to have, I can just drop it in, in a voice memo. And then within minutes, I have that actual workflow sitting in N8N. It's live and it's just published and running, and it is working for me. Then here's the actual chat. I didn't refresh the page yet, but let me see. So Clawdbot first said, okay, I'm on it. I'm going to build the workflow. Let me create this for you. There's what I told it to build, and let me see. It took less than a minute. As you can see, it says done. I built the workflow. It's in your N8N dashboard, instantly daily analytics summary. Here's what it does. You can see it in your dashboard. To test it, open a workflow and click test workflow. Well, let's see. Refresh the page. There's the workflow. Instantly daily analytics summary. There we go, exactly as I asked. So every morning at 9, get instantly analytics, store an N8N. I need to drop my Claude authentication in there. Then format for Slack, send to Slack, already create the webhook for Slack. It has my Slack workspace because that's where I like to get my reports, just because it's easy to digest for me. I'm already in Slack all day, every day. So it drops it in there. And that's it. So less than a minute, it built that workflow for me. This, for me personally, has been a massive unlock because there's so much stuff like the content curator I showed you earlier that I would just really like to have. But to actually build it is going to take me just a little bit, and I just keep putting it off. But now I can just drop a voice memo, a voice message, and it just builds it for me. There you have it. That is how you can use Clawdbot, Molt, OpenClaw, whatever it is called today and whatever it may be called tomorrow, how you can use that. You can install it on a server, on your own Mac, whatever it is that you want. Be a little bit careful with the access that you give it because there are some security concerns every now and then, but then it can do a lot of very interesting stuff for you. And this is one of the AI agents that I think you'll be hearing a lot more about in the future. If you have fun ideas that you want me to test, let me know. For now, as always, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.